Hello everyone, my name is Jeevan. In this video, I'm going to explain what is network footprinting all about. So, to perform the footprinting into the network, uh, we need to understand a couple of basic concepts before, like what is network. So, network is a combination of several systems connected, interconnected via some devices. The devices can be routers, firewall, servers, switches, and gateways, and all. So you may have spread it across several machine and server located in different location, and you have an interconnectivity between them. These are interconnected and are accessible over the some segment of the network that's called the network in a brief. If you are interested to understand the network and the types of network and their connectivity, I can prepare another video uh, in this topic, but here just for now you could just understand the network. When you say you have a bunch of computers connected, interconnected, those can be accessible locally in the LAN or in the WAN, uh, over the internet, etc. So if we see the network of any company can be, so it will be something somewhat similar to this sort of. I just picked this snip from just from the internet. So in every network is going to have one gateway or a router, you can say, which is L3 device, which will be a is a central point between behind your system in your networks to the outside world. This is the cloud, means the whole internet or other networks. And this router is segmenting your network. This may be your company inside network where you may have a firewall or may have a load balancer, or you may have several servers, a mail server, web servers, and all. So these servers you may be protecting behind some firewalls and some restriction. The rules are the port combination, everything is being controlled by these firewalls. So let's say as a attacker, if someone needs to trace down and to the network level footprinting, so there will be a lot of challenges because they have you may have a firewall here which may be blocking the communication. You may have a IPS here or some other sort of restrictions all the way. So as a attacker needs to define their strategy, how they can get into the network and how they can evade uh, your firewall or IPS systems to reach to the destination in your company network. So I will uh, uh, cover that how to evade the firewall and IPS in a later series of the video, but in this series we can take it like this sort of network can be. So that will be the challenges for the ethical hacker or penetration tester or unethical any bad guy. So here, how what actually we need to understand and what we information from network footprinting as an attacker or a defend as an ethical hacker, we will need to gather from this phase. So in this network, we need to gather the information like network range, so that range, that information we can get the from some registry, the internet registry eh, uh, we have. So the registry are they maintain the internet number, the IP address, the public IP address, what range is located for which reason wise they are divided in several region across the globe. So you'll find a regional repository maintainer in America region differently, and another maybe in for Europe and for Asia Pacific and all. So the any public address which is registered for the America region, The public address I'm talking about, which is routable address, not private range. Uh, but the public address is registered for the US, so from there you can see what range can be there if someone's trying to access or run this reconnaissance in your network, so you can check that IP address geolocation. So based on that you can extract that information and also explain how to check the any company the whole public range that is allocated, so that can be checked using the whois query, the several tools I explained in my other video. From there one can gather that subnet range information from the repository, the internet repository. So I can show you a couple of internet repository like a ARIN. The ARIN is the registry which maintain the IP, the public IP address repository for America region. Uh, so if you check and go here, so this is completely non-profitable profitable organization who maintain the repository for this reasons, and there may be there are three four other reason like uh, RIFE. The RIFE managed for uh, EU, Europe, Middle East, and part of Central Asia. And for the Asia region, there is another separate repository. Uh, the registrar, regional registrar is AP and APNIC, I think. Yeah, it's APNIC. Yeah, APNIC is a non-profitable registrar for is Asia Pacific region. So this way there are four five types of not types, the regionally divided registrar available who maintain the repository uh, of public addresses allocation and every maintaining for a specific reason. So here you can get the IP information where this address is located, and then you can trace. Although you can perform just whois query here as well. Let's say I need to check where this IP address is. So simply you can go and put that address here in any repository, and they will able to give you the where who is the real source registry. So for example, I search for this address 49.206.111.123.16. So it says the source registry is APNIC, meaning it's for Asia Pacific region range. So this way you can see this whole range is for they have a cider of this allocation for the X company, and then you can go further down and see which company and all uh, this IP address is allocated for. So this information can help you to get the whole cider, the subnet mask or cider allocated for any X company your target may have, and then further you can go and run the port scanning and all uh, for this particular uh, target. So the in the next thing in this section, the network footprinting, the further we can use the several commands like traceroute, the traceroute commands to trace down and see the path all the way, what is the path uh, it is taking to reach to the destination. So traceroute and traceroute is the both similar same command. That the traceroute is used in Linux system, and traceroute is in Windows system command. The purpose is same. So traceroute program works on the concept of again an ICMP protocol, like how the ping utility I discussed in my previous video. Uh, so it is based on ICMP and the TTL field value that is set in the ICMP header packet. So when we try to trace route any destination, so The traceroute use the ICMP protocol and TTL field of IP header to find the path, and the TTL value tells how far the packet can travel between the two system, and how far this packet can traverse actually, and how many maximum number of routers a packet may traverse. So that is the maximum number of router it can any packet can travel is 255. Let's say that I already shown you yesterday in my one of my video. So this TTL values, it's about the TTL value maximum the any packet can travel in the maximum routers that can go up to 255 routers away. So in case you trace it, trace cert, let's say trace cert google.com. If you trace it, so it's going to show you all the router or gateways in the path to this destination, and it is also giving you information how is there any latency in the path, and there it will also give you asterisks in path if there are any firewall, so that also will give you clue that whether there is any firewall in the path available, or there is no firewall, it's just through traffic. So then based on this tracer, we can analyze the tracer uh, and understand what is next hop. So the tracer to the Google reaches in 1 to 8, the total 8 hops in between, and these are the hops it is showing. So this goes to this broadband, and then further this IP address and this, and then it reaches to the Google. So you can see this range is of Google. So from this sixth hop, it says it's in Google network. So based on this, we can analyze this tracer, and that helps to uh, gather information or complete that footprinting, network footprinting. And further this tracer, there are several other custom tools also available to analyze or this tracer or analyzing the path all the way. There is a pro tools are like path analyzer, which can analyze the and performance and as well as the complete investigation, or if there any network issue, or the path analysis can also be done using all these tools. The visual route is another one. The extra hop can also is very useful to analyze if, and these tools are also useful if there any latency issue that your company may be facing with, so that also help to troubleshoot in case of any potential performance issue in your network as well. The extra hop, the thousand eye, these are really good professional tools which can be used to analyze from the ethical hacking perspective for the gathering or reconnaissance, completing the reconnaissance, or in case of their issue, that those can be also used for troubleshooting purpose as well. So these tools can give you complete reverse tracing, or also helps you to historical analysis as well, and all give you information about if there are any packet loss, or reverse DNS, or ping plotting, or ping probing. All these things we can determine using all these tools. So under this network footprinting, so we use all these tool sites to identify and gather as much as information about the target, so that based on that information we can do enumeration further and define or design the network map of your target victim, uh, target network, where you may be planning to perform a penetration testing or a attack into it. That's it in this video. Hope this has been informative to you. Please consider subscribing my channel if you like it. Thank you.